Welcome to this video. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and Season 3 premiere just ripped our hearts out. We're diving into the ending of Shatter, revealing who dies, exploring those theories that will have you questioning everything, and predicting what the hell awaits us in episode 2. So get ready for a spoiler-filled breakdown because things in Fromville are about to get a whole lot darker. So the ending of Shatter was brutal. We saw the monsters break all the rules, the town's fragile order is collapsing, and a beloved character met a tragic end. But before we spiral into despair, let's rewind and unpack those final moments because they're loaded with clues about what's to come in season 3. So the big reveal, the one that had everyone on the edge of their seats, was the death of Kenny's mom, Young Shen. And that scream in the trailer, as we know, was change, hiding who really was. Boy's pain. It all makes sense now. It was a gut punch, a reminder that no one is safe in Fromville, not even those who find peace in the diner. Imagine Kenny's grief, the rage that's about to consume him. He's lost his father and now his mother, all victims of this terrifying town. How will he deal with this loss? Will he turn against Boyd, blaming him for leaving her vulnerable? Or will he channel his grief into a quest for revenge? A desperate attempt to fight back against the monsters. In the trailer, we see the funeral and the reaction when he's in the diner, and that scene where the crying and destroying the music box, so even the town is like making fun of him. And that scene where the cowboy monster is hunting Boyd. You said this place cannot break you. It's chilling, it's a direct challenge, not just to Boyd's power, but the very foundation of the community he has built since the beginning. The monsters are playing a psychological game, preying on his guilt and his fear. In Boyd's reaction, he might have survived on that night, but the look on his face, the despair in his eyes tells a different story. The town is breaking him slowly but surely, just as it broke Abby. The chatter shows that even him can be consumed by the darkness, and the way I see it is that the price of survival might be their very soul, like we see with Young Shen. But while Boyd is wrestling with his own demons, Tabitha's quest for answers is in the real world. It's about to make a terrifying turn.
You're his father.
We know she finds herself in the real world and finds Victor's father. So the end of the episode leaves us with a ton of unanswered questions. Like always, some are straightforward, like what's going to happen to the town, depleted food supply, while others are more existential, like what is the point of this whole awful place? But let's go through them one by one. So the obvious question is, who's next? So Kenny's mom is gone, but the monsters are clearly upping their game. They're not just picking people up one by one anymore. They're launching coordinated attacks, manipulating the residents and exploiting their weaknesses. It feels like a countdown, a ticking clock until the next tragedy strikes. And what about Boyd? Can he hold on to his sanity, or will the town influence consume him completely? Then there's Fatima and her baby. Is the pregnancy just a coincidence, or is there a deeper connection to the town's powers? That scene where she holds her stomach, those unsettling words from Tilly about the first couple of months. What if the nightmare has a plan for her baby? A twisted destiny that could change the fate of Fromville? Or would they become pawns in the nightmare's game, their fates intertwined with the town's tragic cycle? These are just a few questions that are in my mind. And now moving into episode 2, titled Where We Go, which is going to be a tough one to watch, that's for sure. The title suggests a journey, a departure, a sense of moving on. But in Fromville, where the roads always lead back to the same place, where the roads always lead back to the same place, Where We Go might be about dealing with the past more than escaping it. The episode description hints at a town in mourning, with Boyd struggling to lead the residents as a safe farewell to one of their own. So that funeral scene we talk about is going to be heavy with grief, anger. Boyd's leadership is already being questioned, and his death could be the catalyst that pushed the town towards chaos. And Tabitha, she's on a different path, a journey without. But whatever the answers she finds, they might come at a price. The town's influence seems to linger even in the real world, and Tabitha's quest for truth could lead her to a darkness that's far more terrifying than anything she's faced inside Fromville borders. And why do I say that? Well, so let's talk about that scene in episode 2, where Tabitha encounters Victor's father and he says that you want to see what's in the basement.
You're here for what's in the basement.
Going from what we see in a lot of paintings. So what happened to Victor's father and the sister? So this is where the real mind-bending stuff begins. The trailer shows Tabitha in the basement, and we know from the synopsis that she's searching for answers about the town's origins and maybe even a way to get back. Her conversation with Victor's father is brief, but it's loaded with tension. When he sees Victor's lunchbox, his face is filled with fear. He's clearly haunted by something, and the lunchbox is a trigger, a painful reminder of a past that he's tried to bury, a painful reminder of the past. So what's down there? From the trailer, we see a lot of the paintings, including the pilgrim, the children, so finally all of it is connecting. But this scene is a game changer. It suggests that the real world might not be safe as it seems, that the town's influence can reach beyond its boundaries, and that Victor's family history is far more complex than we imagine. It's a classic From tactic, using a seemingly mundane location like this basement to show something far more terrifying. It's no coincidence that the creators choose a pilgrim as the focal point in that house. Pilgrim present a specific period in American history: the arrival of the first European settlers, the clash of cultures, the violence and displacement of Native Americans. And Fromville itself is a place out of time, a town where the past seems to bleed into the present. The monsters, the talisman, the symbol, they all point to a history that's far more older than the town's current inhabitants. This connects to the date we see. Here's how the pilgrim painting could connect to Fromville mysteries. A symbol of the town's origins. What if Fromville was built on a land that was once a pilgrim settlement? Perhaps there was a massacre, a dark ritual, or a pact made with a supernatural force that coursed the land, creating the town and its monsters. The pilgrim as a warning. Pilgrims are often associated with the religious zeal and the dangers of blind faith. What if the painting is a warning, a reminder that the town residents are on a pilgrimage of their own, one that could lead them to salvation or damnation? In the trailer, we also see the bottle tree. What if that's more than just a decoration? What if it's a dormant, faraway tree, a hidden portal that could lead Tabitha right back into the nightmare? So all of this is changing all of it. The story, it suggests that Victor's family is deeply intertwined with Fromville history. That their secrets run deep, and that Tabitha's quest for answers might be leading her into a trap of the nightmare's own making. This connects all the dots: Victor's mother, the bottle tree, Tabitha's quest for answers, and the town's cyclical nature. It's as if Fromville is reaching out to Tabitha, bringing her back into the web. She might think she escaped, but the town influence is far-reaching, and its grip on her might be stronger than she realized. We see the boy in white, so this could be true. So that's all the information that I wanted to discuss. Set up a lot of theories and connections into episode 2. There are more things that I will continue to discuss. I love this show so much. So if you enjoy From, you're gonna enjoy this video discussing all the characters. My name is Christian from Premiere, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.